this view. There, look. Hey, water. Lots of water. Anyway, what's going on? Figured I'd make a video. The windows all the way up. Maybe you can hear me. Anyway, figured I'd make a video here. Well, a year ago, I put out a video about changing my EGR valve, and then my truck was making a funny sound, and I didn't know what it was, and I was asking everybody if they had a clue. Nobody gave me a clue. So, I found the answer, in case you're wondering. So this is my follow-up video to that video. But I found the answer. So, the answer was, well, it's a multiple part thing. First off, I changed the EGR valve. My old one was stuck shut, so it was never working. So that's part one of the entire problem, which I already explained in the other video about what was going on. It's doing it right now, in case you're wondering. It's like a low-level rumble, and it's very much louder, very much. As you can see, it's a lot louder than the normal loud exhaust. That's where the second part comes in. So I replaced the EGR valve. Now the EGR is working. Well, to my knowledge, I didn't know about this, but I have a multiple displacement engine. That means it's a V8 Hemi, and it's 5.7, and whenever you are at speeds and you don't need all 8 cylinders, my engine shuts off 4. And there's the answer right there. That's why my EGR valve changed the way it sounded. Because when the EGR valve is open, apparently, I'm hypothesizing about this part right here, but when the EGR valve is open, it's also on 4 cylinders. Oh, the other part was the exhaust. Normally I have, how many of everything did I cut off? Normally I have a catalytic on the driver's side manifold, catalytic on the passenger side manifold. Those two pipes come together. It's got another catalytic converter. Normally, that's where mine, and mine goes to a Flowmaster Series 44 muffler. Single 3-inch inlet, 2.5-inch outlet. Dual 2.5 outlet, I should say. That's how mine is now. Originally, after all those catalytics, one on each manifold, and then the main catalytic, after that, then it goes into a muffler that's gigantic. It's like almost as big as me. Then it comes out of that, and it goes into another muffler, and then it comes out the tailpipe. Well, I cut off 2 of those mufflers, and then put on my own muffler. That's why it's so much louder. And that's why I can hear this now, because it's so much louder now that it actually makes noise whenever the EGR, well, technically when it's in 4-cylinder mode. But, and I found this out on accident, because I was looking up things, I was just bored one day, and I was just looking up things about my truck, my engine, and stuff like that, and stuff that other people have done to modify them. And, you know, I'm looking at cold air intakes and all these, like, other weird stuff and stuff like that. Well, one of them, I was looking up, I think it was exhaust, like whether you should cut off your catalytic converters or not. And that's where I found my answer. And that was someone saying, to get rid of that helicopter sound that your exhaust makes when you have a dual exhaust system. That's where the light bulb went off in my head, and I thought, wait a minute, I guess it does kind of sound like a helicopter type sound. It's got like a kind of sound, so I guess that could be a helicopter. I was describing it kind of like a Jake brake kind of noise. And let's see, right now we're not doing it. I'm like 2,000 RPM, something like that. So let's see if I can make this sucker do it. Just go ahead and slow down a little bit. RPMs didn't slow. That's it right there. I don't know if you can hear that. I know last time I tried to show it off. There, you can hear it kicked out. But last time I tried to show it off, it didn't really come up on camera. I can hear it perfectly fine in here with the windows up. But, and if you were sitting here in the passenger seat, I'm sure you'd be able to hear it and go, what the heck is up with that? But, oh, and I've been, since I figured out what it was, before I was actually kind of freaked out, like maybe I was gonna, like, screw up my engine somehow, but that's just the way the truck's made, so it's not that big of a deal. And now I just take advantage of that stuff, man. I love that low-level, like, Jake brake type rumble, because whenever I'm doing like, say, 25 mile an hour through like one of the towns around here or something, I like to just barely hit the gas, and that's when that 4-cylinder kicks in. Man, that thing's loud. I've had so many people just look at me like, what the heck is up with that dude? All over the place, man. I had a cop do that once to me. He was looking at me like, what the heck is that? Like, he wanted to pull me over because he knows my truck's really loud, but I really wasn't going fast at all, so it was kind of dumb. By the way, it was a 25 mile an hour speed zone. I was doing 22. I guess he could have pulled me over for impeding the flow of traffic. That's an actual offense, you know. If you're going too slow, you're impeding the flow of traffic. Kind of like that. But, yeah, so that's it. Mystery solved. This whole time, I thought maybe I was having something weird happening with my truck. I was hoping it wasn't any kind of engine problems or something like that. I was actually thinking it was more like I had a bad EGR valve, or the EGR valve, the tube that goes back to the air intake, maybe that was broke off or loose or leaking somehow or something like that. And the guy in front of me is texting while he's at a red light. That's great. I thought it might be something bad like that, but I'm kind of happy to find out that this is just a normal thing that people with Hemi, Dodge, Ram, 8-cylinder, when they cut their, well, I guess you also have to say the multiple displacement, I forgot what the S is, it's MDS, multiple displacement system, whatever. I thought it was cylinder something, but cylinder doesn't start with a C, so it can't be that. By the way, I've passed so many gas stations, and I'm on E. That's funny. But anyway, yeah, so I finally figured it out. I just figured I'd share it with you guys in case, nobody got back with me about what it is. So apparently either nobody cares and they have it, or nobody has it. So, but if you do have it, if you have a friend who has it or whatever, you can sound really smart. You don't have to show them this video because that'll just make you look dumb. But, I'm just kidding. But you can at least let them know what the heck's going on, because it's been, I don't think it's been a year yet. Nah, it hasn't been a year yet. It's probably been like 9 or 10 months since I did that and thought, what the heck is going on with my vehicle? So, just figured I would make a video. I make videos about everything. And throw that out there, just in case somebody out there was wondering what's going on with it and, might have had the same thing. It's not a big deal. It's just, and double check to see if you actually have the MDS. I was lucky enough, if you saw my video, what the heck did I do in that video? Replace the EGR valve again, but this year. In that video, I actually pulled out the window sticker. It's still in this truck. This truck's 12 years old. Still has the window sticker in the glove box. Partly because the guy I bought it from, he only had it for like less than 2 years, and then gave it to me, and it was in there, and I'm a pack rat, I don't throw stuff like that out. So it was still in there. But, yeah, I looked on there, and that's where I actually saw, do you hear it? Just kicked in and went back out. That's where I found it, and thought, wow, that's crazy. Oh, the other part why I never thought I had this MDS system, multiple displacement, whatever. I hope S isn't for system, because I just called it the MDS system, and that would be like multiple displacement system, and that's not correct English. Kind of like when people say the MSDS sheets, the material safety and data sheets, but they call them MSDS sheets, which would be material safety and data sheet. But anyway, the reason I thought that I didn't have it, well, first off, I never heard of it until when I went to go get the EGR valve. What the heck is this guy doing? He stopped in the middle of the road. Anyway, the reason I didn't think that I had this MDS system, whatever, I hope it doesn't have MDS in the name there, whatever. Yeah, I just cut something out because some lady just stopped in the middle of the road and I was swearing. Literally, middle of a highway, 5-lane highway, well, I guess it's a 2-lane highway with a turning lane, 2 lanes on each side, northbound, southbound, and instead of using the turning lane, the lady stopped in the fast lane to make a left-hand turn, and there was tons of traffic, and there was no way she was getting across anytime soon. But anyway, the reason I thought I didn't have this system, when I went to buy the EGR valve, I watched the screen when the guy was pulling up the specifics about my vehicle, Dodge Ram 1500, and I noticed that there was 2 different 5.7 Hemis, and I was like, well, hey, what's with the other Hemi there? Because one was 5.7 Hemi, and that was it, and then it said like 5.7 Hemi, and then in parentheses MDS, and I was like, well, what the heck is the what's with the other Hemi there? And he's like, oh, that's the multiple displacement whatever engine. And I'm like, what is that? He's like, oh, when you're driving, and he told me exactly what I just told you. When you're driving, you don't need all 8 cylinders. It drops 4 and does 4 cylinders instead of 8 to save you gas. And I'm like, oh, well, I wonder if I have that. And the guy's like, no, you don't have that. Which, I just want to be like, well, how the heck do you know? You don't know what the heck I have. And now, here we are, months later, I find out, yeah, I do have that. So, thanks, guy at the auto parts store that thought he was pretty dang smart. But anyway, that's it. Just driving back. Driving from town to town to town to town before I get home. But anyway, yeah, I got some footage here at the very end if you really want to see where I was working. And there's a bunch of yachts in there, but right there where I was working today, they were building yachts, and I thought it was pretty cool that they had a yacht like right next to where my truck was. So I pulled around and pointed the camera at it so you can see a picture of it. Not a picture, a little tiny bit of video, and then I'll show you on the way home and everything, or out of that town, I guess. Come on, jeez. And just show you some of the swamplands and stuff that are around and everything like that. And then we get to the big bridge where I started this video, and you can see all the yachts. If you pay attention, they are on the driver's side. It is a whole pile of yachts, by the way. If I would have actually got a good pan of them, you'd probably be thinking, what the heck, man? I mean, there's probably like a good 1,000 yachts there, and they're all like $1 million yachts. But anyway, I'll do that. I'm stopping at a red light. Now everybody can see me talking to myself, so that's hilarious. Don't you love you making YouTube videos? But anyway, yeah, don't forget, as always, throw a comment down below if this has happened to you before, or if you know someone that it does have happened to. Make sure you let them know and all that stuff. Leave a comment down below, and not just for me, but for everybody else. Because I always ask, hey, that guy just peeled out. I always ask for everybody to hop in the comments section, find someone new, subscribe up, and do all that fun, happy social media stuff. Down below, Mr. Amazon link, as always, is down below. Whatever, live streams, I guess, are Mondays, and if I'm off Saturday, they'll be on Friday. And, yeah, catch us out there. I got some more driving to do, so we'll catch y'all in the next video. So, until then, person in front of me got out of here. Fast time. Yeah, I'm out. Later. Want to see something cool? Check out the size of this boat. Look at that sucker. 2 yachts and another yacht. Pretty cool, eh?